Total Preparation Jankipuram Lucknow welcomes you all to its online program. In this video, we would be covering the current affairs topics from 25th of April till 1st of May. Let's quickly begin with our first question. A robot H-Card has been developed by CSIR Lab recently in order to help frontline COVID-19 healthcare warriors. What is the full form of H-Card? The answer is Hospital Care Assistive Robotic Device. This robot will assist the chief health workers to maintain physical distance from COVID-19 infected people. It has been built by the CSIR Lab of Central Mechanical Engineering Research Institute situated at Durgapur. It is equipped with various state-of-the-art technologies and can operate in both automatic and manual modes of navigation. This robot can be controlled and operated by a control station. It is equipped with specialties like providing medicines and food to patients, navigation, sample collection, and audio-visual communication. Drawer activation system to provide medicines and food to patients. The cost of this robot is less than rupees 5 lakhs and the weight is less than 80 kgs. Which institute has recently released a new list of names of 169 tropical cyclones which are likely to originate in the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean? The answer is Indian Meteorological Department, IMD. IMD is one of the 6 regional special meteorological centers RSMCs established in the world. Moreover, IMD is one of the 5 regional tropical cyclone warning centers TCWCs which have the responsibility to issue guidelines and names related to tropical cyclones. IMD issues advisory related to upcoming tropical cyclones to its 13 member countries, that includes Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Myanmar, Thailand, Iran, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE and Yemen. Tropical cyclones arriving in different oceanic regions are named by the respective RSMCs and TCWCs. Tropical cyclones originated in the northern Indian Ocean, including the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea, are named after a standard procedure by RSMC located in New Delhi. Amongst 169 names in this list, 13 cyclones have been named for 13 member countries. In this list, the names of cyclones that may originate in India in near future are Gati, Tej, Murasu, Agni, Vyom, Jhar, Prabahu, Neer, Prabhanjan, Gurani, Ambud, Jaladhi and Veg. At the same time, names like Nisarga for Bangladesh and Nivar for Iran have also been included. What is the name of a web-based dashboard recently developed by the researchers at the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, to forecast the spread of COVID-19 in India? The answer to this question is Prakriti. Prakriti stands for Prediction and Assessment of Corona Infections and Transmission in India. This web-based dashboard provides state and district-wise detailed predictions of COVID-19 cases in India for a period of 3 weeks. On the basis of the data obtained from the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, National Disaster Management Authority NDMA and World Health Organization WHO, Prakriti provides the R0 values of each district and state. Reproduction number R0, pronounced as R0, refers to the number of people in whom the infection related disease is transmitted from one infected person. For example, if a COVID-19 patient infects 5 people, the value of R0 is 5. It also mentions the effects of closing the district boundaries at the time of lockdown and implementing different levels of lockdown within a district. In view of COVID-19, the impact of movement of people in the district or state boundaries has also been included. Which Ministry of Government of India has launched a new initiative called the Swamitva Scheme? The answer to this question is Ministry of Panchayati Raj. The purpose of this scheme is to give rural people the right to document their residential properties so that they can use their property for economic purposes. The scheme is currently being implemented on an experimental basis in 6 states like Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand. The mapping of rural residential land can be done using latest survey methods and drone technology. The scheme will resolve asset verification for demarcation of the residential lands in rural areas by the use of latest survey methods and drone technology in collaboration with the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, State Panchayati Raj Department, State Revenue Department and Survey of India, Government of India. Name the state in which the Dehing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary, which was recently in news, situated. The answer is Assam. The National Board of Wildlife (NBWL) has recently recommended coal mining in a part called Saleki of Dehing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary, Assam. NBWL had constituted a committee in July 2019 to assess the mining sector. It works under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. Saleki is a part of the Dehing Patkai Elephant Reserve. This wildlife sanctuary is located in the Dibrugarh and Tinsukia districts of Assam. It covers an area of 111.19 square kilometers, which is 42.93 square miles of the rainforest. It was declared a sanctuary in June 2004. The sanctuary is also a part of the Dehing Patkai Elephant Reserve. The rainforests in Assam are spread over an area of more than 575 square kilometers in Dibrugarh, Tinsukia and Sivasagar districts. Dehing Patkai is the largest area of tropical lowland rainforests in India. Which organization has built the Mobile Virology Research and Diagnostics Laboratory, MVRDL? The answer to this question is Defense Research and Development Organization. The Mobile Virology Research and Diagnostics Lab has been developed by Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO in association with ESIC Hospital Hyderabad and other private industries. It is a combination of laboratory biosafety level, that is BSL-3 lab and BSL-2 lab, and has been developed in a record time of 15 days. It can test 1000 to 2000 samples per day. This laboratory will assist in the diagnosis of COVID-19 for drug screening in case the virus gets upgraded, plasma therapy, comprehensive immune profiling of patients against vaccines, etc. This laboratory conforms to the biosafety standards of the World Health Organization and the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) in order to meet the international guidelines. Where is the main campus of Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology situated? The answer is Tamil Nadu. The Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, IIFPT, is an autonomous research and development and educational institution under the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, Government of India. The major activities of IIFT are teaching, research and extension in the field of food processing, aimed to meet the needs of the beneficiaries in the country. Its main campus is located in Thanjavur, Tamil Nadu. The institute is developing food products of high nutritional value for COVID-19 patients. Which state or union territory celebrates the Kongjam Day to pay tribute to the heroes of the war? The answer is Manipur. The Kongjam Day was celebrated on April 23, 2020 at Kongjam War Memorial Complex located in Thobal district of the state of Manipur. This day pays tribute to the warriors who fought in the Anglo-Manipur War of 1891. The Anglo-Manipur War was an armed conflict between the British government and the Manipur Empire. It was fought between 31st of March and 27th of April 1891. The British won this war. The Chief Minister of Manipur is N. Biren Singh and Najma Heptullah is the Governor. Kebul Lamjao National Park is a national park located in the Bishnupur district of the state of Manipur in India. It is the only floating national park in the world located in the northeast India and is an integral part of the world-famous Loktak Lake. Kebul Lamjao National Park is a unique wetland ecosystem located at the Loktak Lake. Which Indian state has launched a mobile application mCovid-19 for allowing truck drivers to transport essential goods in the state? The answer is Mizoram. The state of Mizoram has launched a mobile application named mCovid-19 which enables truck drivers to ensure easy transportation of essential goods from the other states. This application will act as an online license or pass for truck drivers. Drivers of interstate vehicles will be screened at the entry point. On registering with this application, they will be given a license called M-Pass through which the truck drivers will be able to easily carry the necessary goods. Name the state or union territory of India where the Rohtang Pass, which was recently in news headlines, located. The answer is Himachal Pradesh. The Rohtang Pass is located in the eastern Pir Panjal range of the Himalayas at an altitude of 13,500 feet. This pass has recently been opened to the general public by the Border Roads Organization to connect the Kullu Valley to Lahaul and Spiti in Himachal Pradesh. It will enable the supply of essential goods and efficient transportation of relief material to the remote areas. Which state or union territory has initiated the Jeevan Shakti Yojana? The answer to this question is Madhya Pradesh. The Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh has launched a new scheme called Jeevan Shakti Yojana, which aims to encourage the women in urban areas to make masks and also provide them financial assistance in order to sustain their livelihood. The women of the urban areas in the state who are willing to join the scheme will have to get themselves registered through a call center. As per the orders they receive, they can start making cotton masks and submit them to the nodal officers. They will be paid ₹11 per mask in their bank accounts. Which state has launched COVID Pharma mobile application to track people buying drugs for possible symptoms of COVID-19? The answer is Andhra Pradesh. The Medical and Health Department of Andhra Pradesh has recently launched a mobile application called COVID Pharma. The purpose of this application is to keep track of the people purchasing medicines over the counter (OTC) for symptoms like cough, cold and fever from medical stores across the state. This database will help the state in detecting people who may be infected with coronavirus. Which country has abolished the prevailing corporal punishment of whipping? The answer to this question is Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has abolished the punishment of whipping as per the order by the Supreme Court. The judge can now impose fine, jail or community services as punishment. A blogger named Raif Badawi was recently sentenced to 7 years in prison and 600 lashes in Saudi Arabia, and later it was extended to 10 years and 1000 lashes. The European Parliament announced to award Sakharov Human Rights Prize to Raif Badawi. Which global organization has released a report named From the Great Lockdown to the Great Meltdown? The answer to this question is UNCTAD. The full form of UNCTAD is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. UNCTAD was established in 1964 as a permanent intergovernmental body. It is a part of the United Nations Secretariat and was established to deal with the issues such as trade, investment and development. The UN body UNCTAD recently released a report titled From the Great Lockdown to the Great Meltdown. In this report, the agency has stated that the repayment of public debt of developing countries will be between $2.6 trillion and $3.4 trillion in 2020 and 2021. What percentage of GDP will be the fiscal deficit if the government does not take any stimulus measures, according to the recent estimates by the India Ratings and Research Agency? The answer is 4.4%. India Ratings and Research, a domestic credit rating agency, has reduced India's GDP growth rate to 1.9% for the current financial year. It had earlier estimated that the GDP growth rate for this financial year would be 3.6%. This report also states that in the absence of any encouraging measures from the government, the fiscal deficit could go up to 4.4% of the GDP in financial year 2020-21. Who has been appointed as Vigilance Commissioner in Central Vigilance Commission (CVC)? The answer to this question is Mr. Suresh N. Patel. The Central Vigilance Commission was set up by the government in 1964 on the recommendation of the K. Santhanam Committee in order to control general superintendence and vigilance administration. Suresh N. Patel, former MD and CEO of Andhra Bank, has recently been appointed as Vigilance Commissioner in the Central Vigilance Commission. According to the Central Vigilance Commission Act 2003, there will be one Central Vigilance Commissioner as chairman and two other Vigilance Commissioners as members. The tenure of the Central Vigilance Commissioner and the Vigilance Commissioners is 4 years from the date of entering the office or till they attain the age of 65 years. It is noteworthy that on 25th of April 2020, President Ramnath Kovind appointed Sanjay Kothari as the Central Vigilance Commissioner. Prior to this, he served as the Secretary to the President. Which country is currently the largest debtor of the Asian Development Bank? The answer to this question is India. India is the largest borrower of the Asian Development Bank and fourth largest shareholder in ADB. Asian Development Bank has approved about $30 billion loan to India. Recently, the ADB has announced a $2.2 billion relief package for India to deal with COVID-19. The bank has provided nearly $20 billion to Asian countries in order to revive their economies under its COVID aid program. Which rating agency has estimated that India's GDP growth rate will be 0.2% in the year 2020-21? The answer is Moody's Investor Service. New York-based global rating agency Moody's Investor Service, also known as Moody's, recently lowered India's GDP growth forecast to 0.2% in the year 2020-21. After the government declared a nationwide lockdown, Moody's decreased the growth forecast to 2.5% from the earlier 5.2%. However, Moody's has also predicted that India's growth rate will be 6.2% in 2021-22. Which Indian private sector bank has announced to acquire 30% stake in Max Life Insurance? The answer to this question is Axis Bank. India's leading private sector lender, Axis Bank, has recently announced that along with Max Financial Insurance, it would acquire an additional 29% stake in its joint venture, Max Life Insurance. The acquisition will increase the total stake of Axis Bank to 30%. The remaining 70% stake will be held by Max Financial Services. Prior to this agreement, approximately 25.5% of Max Life Insurance was owned by a Japanese company, Mitsui Sumitomo Insurance. Which country is set to hold the chairmanship of 5-member BRICS group for the year 2020? The answer is Russia. The first discussion on BRICS was done by Jim O'Neill, an economist of Goldman Sachs, in his report on growth prospects of the economies of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. In 2006, these 4 countries began a regular informal diplomatic communion with the annual meetings of the foreign ministers after the general debate of the United Nations General Assembly. As a result, it was decided that it should be organized as an annual summit at the level of the country and the heads of the states. The first BRICS summit was held in Yekaterinburg, Russia in the year 2009, and the issues like reforms of the global financial system were discussed in it. South Africa was invited to join BRIC in December 2010, after which the group was called BRICS. In March 2011, South Africa participated for the first time in the third BRICS summit held in Sanya, China. The Cauvery Water Management Authority (CWMA) was formed to resolve the dispute over sharing of the Cauvery River water between the states and union territories. What was the number of state and UTs involved? The answer to this question is 4. The Cauvery Water Management Authority (CWMA) was formed by the Government of India in the year 2018 to resolve the dispute over sharing of the Cauvery River water between Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and Puducherry. The Cauvery Water Management Authority, which was formerly under the Ministry of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, has been officially brought under the Ministry of Water Power, Jal Shakti. Which state has provided the maximum number of workers under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme? by the year 2020? The answer to this question is Chhattisgarh. As per an official statement, the state of Chhattisgarh ranks first in the list of states in employing unskilled workers under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Out of a total 77.85 lakh labourers working under Manrega, across the country, 18.51 lakh labourers are from Chhattisgarh, which constitutes 24% of the total workforce. Rajasthan ranks second with 14% of the total workforce, whereas Uttar Pradesh ranks third with 12% of the total workforce. For which global organization has T.S. Tirumurthy been recently appointed as India's next permanent representative? The answer to this question is United Nations Organization. The experienced Indian Foreign Service officer T.S. Tirumurthy has been appointed as the next ambassador or permanent representative of India to the United Nations. He is currently appointed as Secretary, Economic Relations in the Ministry of External Affairs. He will replace Syed Akbaruddin, India's current permanent representative at the United Nations, who was appointed 4 years ago. He retired on 30th of April 2020. The head of the diplomatic mission of the UN member countries is called the Permanent Representative. His office is in UN building in New York City, USA. It should be noted that Antonio Guterres is the present Secretary General of the United Nations. Name the freedom fighter who was conferred with the National Communal Harmony Award and who passed away recently. The answer to this question is Hema Bharali. Hema Bharali, a freedom fighter and a follower of the Gandhian principles, died recently at the age of 101. She worked hard to uplift the status of the women and empower the marginalized sections of the society. She was honored with various prestigious awards, including Padma Shri in 2005, National Communal Harmony Award by Ministry of Home Affairs in 2006, and Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad Memorial Award for National Integration from the Government of Assam. Under which law has the central government banned the strike of bank employees for 6 months? The answer is Industrial Disputes Act 1940. The central government has included banking services in public utility services for 6 months under the Industrial Disputes Act 1947. No employees and officials of the banks will be able to go on strike. The new rule came into effect from 21st of April 2020. On 20th of April 2020, the Finance Department under the Ministry of Finance issued a circular stating that the Labour Ministry, through a notification, has included the banking industry in the public utility services for 6 months. This law will also apply to member banks of Indian Banks Association. What has China named its Mars mission, which it plans to launch this year? The answer is Tianwen-1. China plans to launch it to Mars by the end of this year. It was announced by China on 24th of April. Space Day is celebrated on 24th of April in China. China launched its first satellite, Dongfang Hong-1, on this day in the year 1970. China has completed 50 years of achievement this year. China will also try to reach Mars from his mission this year, similar to India, America, Russia, and the European Union. Chinese National Space Administration (CNSA) named its Mars mission as Tianwen, which means heavenly question or question from heaven. It is also a poem written by well-known poet Kuan Yan of China. China is also building its own space station currently. However, it has failed once in 2011 when it tried to send Yonghao 1 to Mars from Russian spacecraft. So far, America, Russia, European Union and India have been successful in sending spacecrafts to Mars. Which field of art was Usha Ganguly associated with, who died on 23rd of April 2020? The answer is theatre. Theatrical Usha Ganguly died on 23rd of April 2020 at her home in Kolkata. She was 75 years old. She was born in Rajasthan in the year 1945, but her studies and later life was spent in West Bengal. She founded the Rang Karmi group in 1976. She is considered to be the originator of Hindi theatre in West Bengal in the 1970s and 80s. Usha Ganguly's famous play includes Mahabhoj, Holi, Rudali, Court Martial. Her first play was called The Clay Car. She was awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award for direction in 1998. She was also awarded as the Best Actress for the drama Guriya Ghar, organized by the government of West Bengal. Which educational institute students have developed the cheapest kit for corona testing? The answer to this question is IIT Delhi. It has been approved after confirmation from the ICMR lab. The tests will be cheaper and at the same time get better and accurate results with the help of this kit. With the use of this kit, the cost of a test is likely to be up to Rs 300. It will work faster than any commercial kit. What kind of cancer did film actor Rishi Kapoor suffer from, who died on April 30th, 2020? The answer is leukemia. Rishi Kapoor was 67 years old. He died at HN Reliance Foundation Hospital in Mumbai. What is leukemia? Leukemia is a type of blood cancer caused by an increase in the number of white blood cells, granules, the corpuscles in the body. There are cells in the blood in our body which are both good and bad. Blood has three types of corpuscles. White blood corpuscles that fight infection form a large part of our body's entire immune system. Red blood cells carry oxygen. The platelets are helpful in forming blood clots. Leukemia specifically affects the WBC. White blood cells, WBC, dominate the red blood cells and also dominate the platelets that play an important role in keeping the body healthy. Increase in the amount of WBC is very harmful for the body. This cancer has an adverse impact on the bone marrow too. Bone marrow is the semi-solid tissue found in the big thigh bones. It creates millions of new blood cells every day, mostly red blood cells. But due to leukemia, excessive white blood cells are formed in the body. In leukemia, blood cells do not fight infection the way normal blood cells do. Due to the problem in bone marrow, healthy blood cells are not formed. The amount of hemoglobin and platelets begins to decrease. Poor blood cells gradually affect other parts of the body too. Due to their large number, they affect the functioning of other body parts. After some time, the amount of red blood cells that supply oxygen to the body are not enough. Platelets also do not form blood clots in leukemia. Leukemia mostly occurs in people who have a family history of it. In addition, smoking also increases the risk of leukemia. It is important to note that on 29th of April, a day before the death of Rishi Kapoor, Bollywood's well-known actor Irfan Khan also died of neuroendocrine tumor, a kind of cancer. Rishi Kapoor and Irfan Khan worked together in the D-Day film, which was released in the year 2013. According to SIPRI report, what is India's rank in the list of highest military spending countries? The answer is third. According to SIPRI Stockholm International Peace Research Institute report, Trends in World Military Expenditure 2019, the US holds the first place, China second place, India third, and Russia holds fourth place. Saudi Arabia is at the fifth place. This is the first time that two of the three countries with the highest military expenditure are from Asia. There is an increase of 6.8% in the total military expenditure in 2019 as compared to 2018. India ranked 4th in 2018. Seaman T. Wiseman, senior researcher at SIPRI, said the main reason for the increase in India's military expenditure is its ongoing tension and chronic enmity with both the neighboring countries, Pakistan and China. Global military expenditure in 2019 was $2 trillion. This is the highest military spending since 2008 global financial crisis. How did the largest hole of approximately 1 million square kilometers in the ozone layer over the Arctic close? Due to polar vortex. The largest ozone hole over the Arctic has been filled due to unusual atmospheric conditions. This has been confirmed by the two weather report agencies of the European Centre for Medium Range Weather Forecast on 23rd of April 2020. Copernicus Climate Change Service and Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Service said that the latest activities are unprecedented. Why is the ozone layer so important? The ozone layer is found in the Earth's upper atmosphere. It is called stratosphere and is located about 10 to 50 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. Harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun are unable to reach the Earth due to the ozone layer. The sun's ultraviolet rays increase the risk of skin cancer. According to the European Space Agency report, cold temperatures, sunlight, wind field and chlorofluorocarbons were responsible for the erosion of the Arctic ozone layer. The amount of clouds, mainly chlorofluorocarbons and hydrochlorofluorocarbons, had increased in the stratosphere. Because of these, when the ultraviolet rays of the sun hit the stratosphere, atoms of chlorine and bromine were released. These atoms were diluting the ozone layer and consequently its hole was becoming bigger. The main reason for recovery of the ozone layer is being attributed to the polar vortex. Strong cyclic winds in the upper atmosphere in polar regions are called polar vortex. Permanent polar storms due to low pressure seasonal conditions act to limit cold winds in the Arctic region in the northern hemisphere. It can also be called a very light cyclone. Scientists believe that the filling of the layer is not due to the steps such as lockdown taken globally to prevent coronavirus, which has significantly reduced the pollution levels. Which country cancelled the multilateral air maneuver Pitch Black 2020 due to COVID-19? The answer is Australia. This exercise provides an opportunity for armies around the world to participate together. It was scheduled to be held from 27th of July to 14th of August 2020. Indian Air Force participated in Pitch Black 2018 for the first time. Practice Pitch Black is a biennial war exercise organized by the Royal Australian Air Force, which began in 1981. India's defence and strategic engagement with Australia, especially naval cooperation, has become stronger in the recent years. How much amount has been announced under a special liquidity scheme for the mutual fund industry by the RBI? The answer is 50,000 crores. The US-based mutual fund house Franklin Templeton has closed 6 debt funds in India, due to which the fear of liquidity in mutual funds has started haunting people. The company said that due to corona crisis, people have withdrawn their money faster, due to which the company has a shortage of cash. The liquidity facility of RBI for mutual funds will remain in force from April 27th to May 11th, 2020, or till the full amount is used, whichever is earlier. RBI also assured that it will review the timeline and the amount given the market situation. The central bank said that COVID-19 has led to increase in volatility in the market. Corona pandemic has exerted liquidity pressure on the mutual funds. To reduce this pressure, it has been decided to provide special liquidity facility for mutual funds of rupees 50,000 crores. When is World Intellectual Property Day celebrated? The answer is 26th of April. The mission is to increase awareness about the role of intellectual property rights, that is, patents, trademarks, industrial design, copyright, in promoting innovation and creativity. The World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO) is an agency of the United Nations which works to protect and promote intellectual property rights. World Intellectual Property Organization was established in 1967 and is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. World Intellectual Property Day is observed every year on 26th of April. At present, it has 191 member countries, which includes the Cook Islands, the Holy See, and the Niue, in addition to 188 member countries of the United Nations. India became a member of WIPO in 1975. Which country has declared a high alert in 50 tiger reserves due to COVID-19 pandemic? The answer is India. The forest workers taking care of sick tigers in India will also be examined before touching other animals. A 10-year-old tiger, T21, was recently killed in Pench Tiger Reserve, located on the borders of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. It is estimated that he died due to an unknown respiratory disease. He had an infection in his lungs. In tigers, infection in lungs is considered common. After this incident, the authorities have declared a high alert in India's 50 tiger reserves. Before the tiger's death in Pench, the agency did not make any rules to investigate coronaviruses. But now the doctors doing post-mortem will have to wear PPE kits and send samples to the National Laboratory. Actually, a tiger in New York's Bronx Zoo has been infected with coronavirus. Since then, concerns about tigers have steadily increased in other countries of the world too. Importantly, about 1/3 of the tigers of the world are present in India. So friends, with this we come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for being with us. We have tried to include few more important questions this time, which would be really helpful for you from the point of view of upcoming competitive exams. Please do not forget to like, subscribe and share our video. In order to keep getting the updates on other current affairs related topics, please press the bell icon. Thank you.